When you need to create a drawing for your project, um, it's important that you choose the correct template in order to do that because the standards are already embedded within the templates. Okay, and we have some issues with the metric templates, and they, of course, they're metric standards. And I've got several other videos around that show how to, how to make changes to a metric template drawing template. So I'm not going to go into those changes, but if you've got your part open, it simplifies the matter a little bit. So you want to be in your correct project that's active. And like I said, if your part or assembly is already open, it just simplifies the matter. And so we'll go new and make our choice, English or metric. And I prefer that you use the ANSI IDW file. Now you're going to see this in several videos. It's a new template that I created that we use in the 1107 class and beyond. So for 1105, we're just going to stick with the ANSI inch IDW. If you're in 1107 or 1111, 1113, there's video instructions on how to use this template. So we would choose either English or metric. We'd choose that. Go create. Now by default, it opens up to a D size sheet. And most of our drawings are going to be on a C size or maybe an A size, something like that. So first thing you want to do is change the sheet size. So we go over to sheet, right click, and go edit sheet, and change down to whatever size that we want. Okay. Now you'll see some tutorials to where if you you can click on this and choose which size you want. It immediately asks you what document do you want to put in it, and it will put your, whatever views it says, 2 views, 3 views, 4 views, whatever. Okay. Sometimes this works great, sometimes it doesn't. If you didn't create your part in the right orientation, you're not going to get the right front view. Okay. Or maybe we want a different scale. We can always edit these things, but you notice it adds a second sheet to your file here. So I rarely ever use the automated portion there. So let me go back up to here and delete this one. Okay, so I've got my sheet. I go click base view, and if I've got my file open, my part file, it makes it easier because all I have to do is, it's there. If I don't have my part file open, or you've got multiple part files open, you would click here and choose the one you want. If you don't have it open, you go to the folder, and then you navigate down to, wherever your file is saved at, and then click on that file you want. Okay, so it automatically defaults to the front of your part. If you didn't build your part correctly, then you may need to change orientations here. Okay. Also, if you haven't clicked yet, so I haven't left clicked anything, you can drag out and get your top and front and side views. Okay, you could get your isometrics, now also. And then you right click and go OK, or you just click OK over here. Now, before you do that, you can change the scale if you need to. By default, we use hidden line for our orthographic views. And make sure raster view is not checked. A lot of people will accidentally check that when they're coming up here to change this. What raster view does is your drawing is no longer a vector file, but is a raster, and when you save it, it's got like a little red corners around the view, and when you turn it into me, it doesn't look right, and it looks kind of wink. Okay, so make sure you're not set to raster view. Okay, so once you've placed it, you can grab your base view and move things around. They are tied orthographically to each other. so they stay lined up. Now, to get our isometric view, we can go projected, and it's going to project off of our base view, or no, excuse me, let me back up. If I go projected, then I have to select which view, and I click that one and I come up. And I can create it. Now, I could have done that with the same thing. Okay, but to get to a shaded view, I have to right click it and go edit view, and here change it to shaded, solid. Okay, so that's one way to do that. Another way is to go back to base view again. And here I can make my changes. I can go, shaded solid. I could change the scale. And then I change my orientation here. And then go OK. And now I just have to move it up. Okay. So there's multiple ways to get your isometric view in. Once you've created your drawing, you're going to create the drawing. You got dimensioning you're going to do. You got center lines. You may have text. And you notice in the title block, it automatically sets the scale based on your base view, the first one you put in. In this class, we fill in this box and this box in iProperties. The drawing number will get filled in once you save your drawing. So I'm going to save it as 1-1-1. You see, it puts the drawing number. That is the file name of your drawing. To fill in the other two, we go to iProperties. And on Summary, Title, we put the name of our part, and all of them have a name of some kind. And then the company is the college. And if your login name is not what you want, it's based on whatever your login to the computer is, you need to change it here. So if that's not, don't turn in a drawing with, Fluffy Bunny as your drawing name. You can edit it there. And so there's the changes to the title block. And then you would save it, and there you go.